Welcome,
fair.
everybody. This is Infinite Nonsense. That's what I've been doing.
I don't remember what I said.
I don't care, Soon.
It was a rambling mess.
Welcome
Yes,
to
it was.
Welcome to Infinite Nonsense, everyone, where points are made up and nothing really matters other than having fun and talking.
Having fun.
Okay, whose line?
Okay.
Or having fun?
Maybe. Might be. But each day, each episode, we have one host and then a few competitors. And in terms of the competitors, they're fighting for next week's host or next episode's host. So I'm Rabbit. I'm the host for today. I happen to handedly win for some odd reason. And we got George and Sum as our competitors. Say hello.
Yeah, buddy.
Hi.
What's going on, everybody?
Well, that's what I want to know. What's going on with your guys' days?
Soon you can go first.
I'm pointedly not going to
What?
What?
You actively avoiding it or what?
I am actively avoiding it, yes.
Nice.
Yeah.
Make sure to get that on the film.
Just bleep it out.
What?
I'm
Actively
actively avoiding the bleep bleep.
Is he cussing? No, he's not. Trust us, he's not cussing.
I'm cussing.
No, yeah, my day's been pretty good. It's been or my week has been at least a couple interesting things, but it's sort of same old.
What kind of interesting things?
Just bits here and there, kind of witnessing dumb stuff people do. It amazes me how many things you kind of start to notice when you are like trying to pay attention to like these surroundings. That's what I've actually actively been doing now. When I go out to like grocery store shopping or doing errands or stuff like that, I just start paying attention because the weirdest things happen. I actually
Soup cans flying off the shelves, kind of weird things.
yeah, a little bit. There's actually I was at Target the other day and I was just picking up some new blankets. And I noticed this one lady was talking on the phone, and I don't know what language she was talking in, but she sounded really, really mad. Like it sounded like she was like cursing at the phone, yelling at the phone. And I was keep in mind, I was two aisles down, and I thought she was right next to the other side of the aisle, and I was like, "Where's that coming from?" And no, she was 2 aisles down. But
2 miles, damn.
Yeah, it's a big ass Target.
And a loud ass voice, apparently.
Yeah. No, but I think what I assume is her daughter walks up and says, like, "Mom, you can't be yelling that loud. In our native tongue, it's it's disrupting other people here." And she straight up says, "I don't give a fuck," and then continues to yell on her phone. And I walk by, and the daughter like looks at me, and she like kind of like mouths it. She's like, "I'm sorry," and I'm just like, I smile, and I'm like, "Don't worry." I wave at my hand at her. I'm like, "Don't worry about it. You're fine. It's funny though," So yeah, it's just really loud. But there is a story I wanted to share that it came to mind. Because for work I have a trip coming up. I need to fly to I think it's Dallas or something. But it reminded me of a trip that I went on for work back in 2018, and it was a trip to San Francisco for like some conference for some medical thing about liver. And I remember my coworker and I told her that this is my first time flying ever because I never flown before that. And she was like really excited for me. She's like, "You're gonna have so much fun and this and that." And we had to fly to Dallas first, and from Dallas we flew to San Francisco. And from the flight to Dallas was fine, but the Dallas to San Francisco was funny because for some reason the company had booked us because she wanted to have seats next to each other, and I was like, "Oh, that's fine." But apparently the people who bought our tickets put us on the same row, but it was a 3-seater. It was me on the aisle, her on the window, and someone random stranger in the center seat.
A third wheel.
Yeah, basically. But it was funny because she was like, "You should just sit here and have the guy sit, whoever it is coming in, sit in your seat." I'm like, "I don't want to, screw you." And so I stayed in my seat. But this one big dude, but it smelled like he hadn't showered in like 3 days. And it's just what?
Are you saying Hawaiian people just smell bad?
Well, no, because I'm not saying Hawaiian people smell bad. I love Hawaii, okay? I love Hawaii. I love Hawaiian people. But this one dude, I found out I know he's Hawaiian because he told us like his whole life story on the flight. But the entire time, my friend was texting me. She's like, "George, you need to swap seats. I can't stand it." And I'm over, and she's like, please stop talking to him too. I don't think he's brushed his teeth either. And I'm over here like, so where you from, buddy? So the entire 2.5 hour flight, we just kept talking and converse. I could look over to the side and I see her like with her head entirely in her shirt, just like trying to hide from this. Oh man. But no, yeah, like it's weird to me that there are people like, I mean, maybe like, I don't know, like the level of hygiene is different for a lot of people, right? To him, it may not seem like a problem, but yeah, he did kind of smell, but it wasn't that big of a deal to me. But for her, she was just like losing it, you know.
Some people
Uh,
have sensitive nose.
yeah, and I think that's what with her too. Like she, if I remember correctly, I don't talk to her anymore, but she gets like very nauseous around like egg smells or like garlic smells or anything like has a strong aromatic scent or something like that.
Oh well,
But
against garlic. Yeah, it's a good thing you're not with them anymore.
yeah. But BMI, I never dated her. She was just a coworker. She was a really cool friend. That's all.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
but,
I think
yeah,
They
but
didn't
uh,
like
it was
garlic.
because he smelled bad.
yeah, right. It's probably me. But no,
We
like
know
what's
Texans do.
yeah, we do. Yep, along with our 10-gallon hats and our boots, you know. But no, it was just funny to me because I remember her practically begging me that on the flight back that if that happens again that you will switch seats. Unfortunately, it didn't happen again, but I was kind of hoping it would have, so I could have just ignored her again. It's like, George, switch
Damn.
seats. Nah, I'm good. But yeah, I just wanted a little story I wanted to share with you that I remembered my
That's
younger
funny.
days.
I have a funny story.
Imagine being younger.
When I was a young lad, that happened. No.
Do you know any other songs, Rabbit?
To give you
Do
guys
I
context,
know
Rabbit's been singing
any
this song for
song?
like the
Not
last
at
like
all.
30, 40 minutes.
What?
I know the rhythm
Rabbit's
of
brought
it.
up the same song. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a catchy song. Good song.
Yeah, well, anytime I hear something about being young, it just pops in my head.
The one song that pops up in my head when I hear that is that Forever Young song by Alphaville, I think.
Wait. That one was like,
Forever Young. I
See,
want to be
it's
forever young. That
I
one.
get what if I knew what I know now when I was younger?
I never heard of that.
what if you knew now what you knew then when you were younger?
To be fair, the lyrics might be a little bit jumbled there, but yeah.
I'd have a shit ton of Bitcoin, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, it's same. I wouldn't have lost my Dogecoin either.
Your Dogecoin.
I'd probably still be
Uh.
as Bitcoinless as I am now.
Oh, come on, Rabbit. That's not
What?
true. I would have
You
given
think
you
I
half
would
my
advise
Bitcoin.
myself to get Bitcoin? No, I'd be too lazy. I was like,
I would make us-
There was something I forgot to mention. I can't go back now. It was my one chance.
Of all the things to remind your younger self, you forget that one big important one.
Make us
Is-
rich.
It'd be funny too if like you just follow like the past Rabbit. He's like, I had a friend of mine or a coworker telling me that he can give me like 30 Bitcoin, and I was like, that's a scam. And then moved on with his day. Bro could have been billionaire right now, but you know.
True. How about you, Some? Any stories? I mean, I know you've said that your week's been okay, but I don't remember the.
Yeah, I
elaboration.
haven't actually had all that much going on this week, other than baby shower I'm not at. My brother came over yesterday, which was pretty cool.
Nice.
I didn't
Do
talk
some
to him
Beat Saber
or
something?
see him. I didn't even see him. He was here. He dug a few holes and then left.
What the hell?
My God.
Never mind. It's not nice anymore.
Yeah, my brother came over. I don't know what's
Didn't see
going on
him.
with them. I didn't see him, but I was told
Yeah,
so.
no. I mean, he was here. The holes appeared, so clearly he was here. He got
Are
the
you
hose
sure?
off.
Are you sure it was him though?
No.
Proof? No proof. Absolutely none.
Listen, they did the things he was coming over to do, so that's good enough.
Okay, you know what? Proof is it's been done. It could have been someone else
That's-
that my brother brought over to do it.
But it's
That's
been
fair.
done.
It's been
That is
done.
fair. That is 100% fair.
Well, you know, leading into the topic, I'm thinking, what do you guys think about time travel?
I don't know.
Oh boy.
What kind of time travel do you think actually would occur?
I love how me and Sim had the same reaction. Oh boy.
If time travel were to occur, I have a very strong feeling we wouldn't know, essentially, unless we're like dragged by a scientist and told, "Hey, time travel exists, and we're gonna send you back in time," and then we'd go back in time, and then we'd just do whatever we're doing. Nothing would change, or if things were to change, everybody else wouldn't know it. Kind of time travel.
Would you know it?
Sorry, I'm getting a little sick. I had to mute for a moment.
There you go.
All this time travel talk. I know.
Yeah. No, see, I would think we would if it were to exist, purely because we'd be coming back to a timeline that essentially isn't our own.
Okay.
Because I don't think it would necessarily be time travel, but movie clipping, film clipping.
Movie clipping.
Movie clipping.
Cutting
Double
the
think.
end off of a film and appending a new film to it.
Okay.
So the
I wouldn't
people
mind
in
that.
the film wouldn't know anything changed, but it's not what it was.
Okay.
Oh.
What about you, George?
I think that would be really cool, but like I think Zoom has a point. We wouldn't really know if it were to occur unless I guess we were the ones doing the time traveling and altering the timelines. If anything, from what Loki has taught us with the TVA, probably shouldn't be messing with timelines. I mean, I wouldn't mind like instead of like a time machine, I wouldn't mind doing something like an observatory thing. Like if you're able to go back but not be able to interact, but kind of just be an observer, kind of like the Watcher in the Marvel universe, that'd be really cool to kind of get like a different perspective of what you saw or what you went
Okay.
through. You know, I think that would be really cool. But actual time travel, we get to interact with like your younger self or your younger parents or younger friends or whoever. I don't know. I feel like just the science behind that would just cause a lot of issues. Like
Well,
it,
it's.
yeah.
Oh yeah. Sorry. But it
No,
sounds
you're
like
good.
it sounds like you are of the idea of the Marvel Universe type of time travel, where it sounds like it for both of you actually, where you go back in time, and now a branching timeline comes off of whatever choices you made. But if you go back to your present, nothing will have happened potentially, right?
Not on mine, no.
Not on yours. Okay.
Mine is basically, old film reels, how you have,
Yes.
the actual film. It would be taking the end of the film reel, cutting off whatever part you're time traveling at, and appending another entire different film reel there. That is now your present. Your previous timeline, quote unquote, the rest of
Okay.
your film no longer exists. It's gone forever.
So you have every other cinematic movies level of time travel. Things
Not
will
every other, but
gradually
yeah.
change.
Yeah, at the end of the day, things are changing. But it's kind of the idea of wherever you time traveled to, that's where that new film is picking up at. So if you go back to 1960s is the new film, and then if you travel back to what would be your present, it does the same thing. Whatever happens would have played out without you there, and you put in a new film at the end there.
Okay, because yeah, I was about to say with that level of time travel thought process, what would constitute for you to continue to exist, kind of thing.
Could you elaborate on the question? I'm not sure I understand.
So you go back in time, you modify something. So now you got the new timeline that's there. You go to the present, but you yourself were never born.
Correct. Okay. That you continue to exist because of the time travel that you did, not because of any events that previously happened. You did not go back in time, so to speak. You essentially ended your own time's existence and added something new to it. You ended your own future to create a new past that is your future. There is no time travel, so to speak.
I see.
The 1960s you travel to is identical to the 1960s that previously had happened, but they are not the same 1960s.
Interesting.
It is more, I guess, multi-dimensional travel, but not really multi-dimensional travel, as there is only one universe in this setting.
It's just a branch in the timeline, really.
Not even that. It's the, what is it, the TVAs? It's the branch. It's the timeline, essentially. There is no branching, though. Everything that happened is going to happen. Everything that isn't going to happen isn't going to happen. Every time you append to it, it's just changing the future rather than the past. It's the reason they use film as the concept for this, is because the previous film already played. What you're adding on is just new film.
Huh.
Like when you time travel, you are not going back on the film. You are just adding similar film to the rest.
Yeah.
Okay. And what happens to that other film reel? It just ceases to exist?
It gets thrown to the side. It no longer is going to happen. It's no longer going to be played at the theater or what have you.
Okay. And okay, that's very interesting. Because if you end up taking that piece of timeline that was just thrown away, and then you somehow forcibly overlaid it, so to speak, that would just cause all sorts of trouble.
And that
Yeah.
becomes BioShock Infinite's storyline. Like, unironically, that is BioShock Infinite's storyline. Congratulations.
Just
Yes.
overlays on top of overlay.
Yeah, like that's it. That's people having mental breakdowns as they remember things that didn't happen. And
Even though they did, but they didn't.
yes. So there are people who kill themselves because they already died in another world or another timeline.
Damn. That's crazy.
Huh. Never played the Bioshock games, but that's kind of cool that that's how it is. That
That's
too.
only Infinite. Infinite is an oddity among the first, like, among them, to be fair.
Among them.
Among them.
Among them. There's a lot
Among
of
Us is
suspicious
a
stuff going on there, right?
The fungus among us.
Among Us.
I'll see myself out.
Nah, you're good. You're good. I like that. But myself, I do kind of subscribe a little bit to the Marvel idea of the timelines, where you're kind of tied to your point in time, and so if you ever go back to the present, it's always going to be the one that you were in. Meanwhile, the branching goes off on its own, and it's effectively a separate dimension. But in a way,
no,
when you
wait.
think when you think about it, they're both very similar. Both of those ideas. It's not like the Back to the Future kind of idea of time travel, right? Where you go back in time and then everything else slowly gets erased as it goes further into the present.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, no, this, like, my concept is the past, what you do in the past doesn't affect your existence. You already were made, you're in a new area. It was basically taking your side branches and slapping them onto the main path instead.
Yeah, kind of like a sandwich, a timeline sandwich.
A time sandwich.
The branch is now the tree trunk instead of a branch.
It's almost as worse as the time heist thing in Endgame.
Wait, time heist thing? Oh,
Nice.
Yeah,
yeah.
that's what Ant-Man tells Iron Man. It's like, what did you call it again? Time heist? Yeah, time heist.
Time
It's like
heist,
Tower Heist, but time.
going back in time and stealing all the actually, you know what? If you guys were part of an elaborate time heist, would you do it?
Absolutely, it'd be fun as hell.
I mean, how elaborate we talking? We talking like several different time jumps, several different groups of people doing several different objectives at the same time, but not because
Yes.
fun stuff. Like, if we're going elaborate, fuck yeah, take me away.
Hell
If we're going elaborate, like Ocean's 11, but with time travel thrown in, not really.
I mean, isn't that just what an elaborate time heist would be? Is basically just Ocean's 11 with time travel?
No.
No.
Ocean's 11 isn't elaborate.
Well, they come up with all the plan ahead of time, and then everyone does their thing to be able to make sure that everything works out properly. But shenanigans happen that don't get accounted for.
Yeah, not
And isn't-
elaborate.
You're saying that's not elaborate? Okay,
That's
what's
very
elaborate to
straightforward.
you?
What's elaborate to you, apparently?
What I just
Oh.
described.
Elaborate is that, but tenfold. It's not over the course of. Theirs was a week or so. It's not a week heist. You do this over the course of centuries. If you're doing a time heist, you do it over the course of centuries. You implant your seed in that woman, and you become the new CEO of Ford Motors.
Okay. The hell just happened?
The long con, not just a weekend at Bernie's kind of thing. Even though that's not the actual case, but I just used the word weekend. That's
I
what
was gonna
I'm
say, in this
thinking
case, a longer con than. I mean, obviously, with time travel, that would be somewhat obvious. At least I would think.
Yeah,
But to be fair, they could just do Ocean's 11, but with time hopping instead of like do short little yumpy yumps instead of like, oh, we're going back 10 years, we're going back a year, we're going back a month to redo something.
yeah,
To be like,
well-
oh, we jumped forward, or like we stepped back 5 minutes to be in two places at once, kind of time travel-y bullshit.
true. Well, yeah, what I was thinking was, by its nature, wouldn't it already be over a long period of time? But you could have the time jumps themselves involved, so that while it's probably a week for you to do the whole thing, it's been decades for
Yeah.
everything else, for the whole plan to play out.
Yes, exactly. That's kind of what I was saying, like over centuries kind of deal. And then I went off on the weird tangent about becoming the CEO of Ford Motors.
Yeah.
don't know why.
Shout out to Henry Ford.
Just become the owner of Ford Motors. You team
Bro
up with.
proposed. What was it, Rabbit?
I was gonna say you team up with Henry Ford to help develop the Model T, and you just become one of the founders.
Oh,
Absolutely.
And you're just an immortal founder because every so often you'll disappear for decades, but you'll for like maybe a decade, you'll go back to your bank account and just be like, "Yeah, no, I'm still around," and then you just keep doing that every so often.
Yeah, hey, what's up? I'm here, just checking in.
Yeah, just make sure that
Checking
the
in.
account should still be going and accruing more money.
Oh my.
Yeah.
So soon proposed the 8-hour workday. Damn
Yes.
Yes.
you! Damn you! No, I'm just
How
kidding.
could you?
I actually
say
fought
that?
very hard for the 10-hour workday. They had to, beat me down.
Oh, thank God for that. I prefer an 8-hour workday as opposed to 10.
I think I'd prefer
Really-
a 10-4 versus an 8-5.
Well, they're actually trying to
That's a
push
good
because I
point.
know Europe is doing it right now. The only work 32 hours a week. Usually only work 8 hours for 4 days. You're off Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
I mean, obviously that would be preferred to what I just said, but yeah.
And on top of that, you're paid your compensation would be, your payment would be adjusted to match a 40-hour work week. So like you
I was
wouldn't.
about to say.
So like your pay would be the same, but you work less. And it's working well in Europe right now.
I mean, if
Forgot
it's
which
working well,
countries
that's
particularly.
good. Shame we'll never adopt that over here.
Actually, there are some companies, not the ones that I'm at, but in my industry of medicine and stuff, like there's some companies that I've heard have already adopted that, which is
Oh.
really cool. So
It's hearsay and rumors. It's a pipe dream, I tell you.
it's a pipe dream. But no, there is progress being made, and hopefully one day, like everywhere, adopts that. Because I think that would be really, really cool. 3-day weekend every week.
So if you could go back in
Yeah.
time and modify the work week, would you do that?
I would double down on what Soon was saying. Make it worse. 12-hour work days. The hell? No breaks. Oh wait, my
Those
bad.
child
15-minute
labor
work
laws
breaks.
gone.
Okay, I'm not going that far. What the?
Hold on.
Hold on. Wait. It's a little too far, hombre.
They could work for all we care.
16-hour workdays. You do not get to sleep.
No, that's
All
all,
you can
get
do
to
is live.
You work, then you sleep, you wake up, you go do work again.
We give you
You live
feeding
to work.
tubes, so you eat while you work.
You live to work and nothing else. It's your entire purpose in life.
Yeah, I love how people say that we have like an 8-hour workday when it's like, no, we got a 9-hour workday because
If not more.
if not more, if for no other reason than overtime and lunch.
Overtime
Yeah.
and travel. Because honestly, I'm telling you this now, travel time is work time.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, that's a good point. It takes me like a whole hour to just kind of go to and from it. If I could just kind of like
Oh God.
pause time or just teleport through time, just being like, boom, I'm there.
How
would be
about you want to be like Adam Sandler and Click?
No,
Ah,
no, not
That's
that
a dangerous
bad.
precipice right there.
Yeah, that's a very dangerous.
I think Rabbit, you would want more like Doctor Strange. You open up a little portal and walk right through, and you're there.
Yeah, pretty much. More
Something like
Doctor
that.
Strangey than Click.
Adam Sandler. Click. Great movie, by the way. I would not want that fucking remote.
No, absolutely not.
Because the fact that it's like a smart remote, quote unquote, because I think a smart stuff wasn't really a thing back in 2014 or whatever year it came out. But like it was coming of that, smart devices and stuff like that. But I think that was like the first mainstream demonstration of media of a smart device because it would remember when he fast forwarded like his arguments with his wife, dinner with his family, stuff
Love
boring shit
life,
he didn't like.
you know?
Love life, yeah, love life. The all 30 seconds, but it was really interesting to see that remote learn his
Habits.
day-to-day shit or his habits, yeah, and it would automatically just fast forward you. I would hate that. Like at first, right? I would have enjoyed it. Like, yeah, I don't want to argue with my wife tonight. This every now and then, but like if it did it every time, just like how it happened in the movie. Spoiler alert, by the way, if you haven't seen the movie, Click. Recommend. It's a great movie. Like he ends up like wanting like to get this promotion, but the guy's like, you won't make promotion. You won't be my partner until you get this thing done. It turns out it was like what 3-4 years or something.
Yeah,
And he
it
literally
was-
skipped.
Yeah, it was
Something like
several
that.
years.
Yeah, he skipped several years of his life, and it costed it his marriage. His kids hated him, and it was just like, dude,
He
no, I'm
basically
good.
became a robot to just get
Yeah.
that job done. And
Yep.
Going
That's-
through the motions.
and that's just terrifying because it's like just imagine people wandering around like they're NPCs, fast forwarding through time just to get promotions or whatever out of their life. And then
I mean,
it's
that's
just like
basically
next day that you see them, they've succeeded on what they're trying to do, and now they're like a completely different person because
Yeah,
they're how
I
they
think
were
that's-
before.
I think that's basically life now, Rabbit. Like real life.
Everyone just
Like
got a
people
click.
are.
Everyone's time traveling forward.
Well, I mean, yeah,
Mm.
think about it. Like, I mean, I work from home, so I don't really do it much. But Rabbit, for you at work, is it like that sometimes? You see coworkers just kind of just meandering through the day, not really another second thought in their head,
That's me.
or no?
I was
Shut
gonna
up,
say,
Rabbit.
People go on autopilot on all the time for work.
Rabbit's like, bro,
it's
that's
like-
me, bro. What are you talking about?
Well, for the most part, most of the people around, I don't see it, but I feel like I'm the one that kind of does that, where I'm kind of gone blank minded while at work.
yeah.
I mean, I'm sure a lot of other people are doing it that I'm not actively seeing or whatever. But yeah, no, I it very well could be me. Maybe I got the remote. I'm traveling forward through time.
Oh no.
What's that guy's name? The actor who plays that scientist in the back of Bed Bath and Beyond.
Christopher
I forgot his
Walken?
name. Yeah, Christopher Walken. Did you meet Christopher Walken?
I might
Christopher
have-
Walken closet.
favorite actor, or one of my favorite actors. Great guy.
I loved when he
Funny dude.
sang I want to be like you, ooh, ooh, in the Jungle Book.
Yeah,
It was so bad. It was so bad that it was funny. So it was like it went
yeah.
full circle.
It's Christopher Walken, all right. You gotta cut him some slack.
True.
But no, I would not want that remote. Absolutely not. That would be nightmarish.
No,
Skipping
that would
most of my life.
no. I wouldn't want that either. That just
Because
the
like
fun is being there for everything.
yeah, and like I said with the whole smart thing compatibility of the freaking little remote. Like just imagine your boss comes in or whatever. It's like, hey, I heard you want that to become CEO, but you're gonna have to do this, and that. And the remote hears that. Another 5 or however long years just goes by, just like that to you.
Yeah.
And it's like, what the heck?
The only thing I would want to use that remote for is to skip any part where George makes fun of me, and I would miss all of George. He'd just be gone from my life.
Soon we wake up an 80-year-old person. It's just, what the fuck?
I'm not being friends with you that long. Holy shit. I'm going to be 80. You're going to die when I'm like 42.
And I hope so. Jesus Christ. That age, I don't want to be that old.
So you guys have issues with growing older?
Not really. I have
I mean,
issues
not
with
so
George
much.
growing older.
What? Why? What?
He's got to stay
Because-
young forever. It's
Why do
his
you have
deal.
issues with me getting older?
Well, to make you uncomfortable in response, I'm not saying these things.
I don't like this conversation. We're gonna pivot.
Exactly.
All right.
And I just
Heal.
mean I would rather you dead.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
You know, the normal thing.
Ah,
to say
okay.
between friends.
Rabbit,
No,
would
I
you
guess
like
you'd
to have
still
the
be
remote?
growing old.
Yes, I'm assume we're always growing old. What are you talking about?
Exactly. This was a picture of me when I'm older.
Just the voice. This is me when I'm older, young whippersnapper.
And back in my day,
I'm not.
I
looking
rode
forward
a
to
bike
being like that.
uphill both ways to school.
But to answer your question, George, part of me wants to say yes, but I probably wouldn't want it ultimately. And the only reason why part of me wants to say yes is if I knew about the listening feature effectively, I would have to auto train the bot. So it would be nice to set it up where it's less like the work day, Monday through Friday kind of thing. When I'm at work, I just kind of skip through that, and then I get home to do everything else that I want to experience doing. But having it where it's like, oh yeah, I want to go get a promotion, and it takes me years to get the promotion, and skipping years, that'd be terrifying. Like, could you imagine me just going, yeah, I want to be able to get to 10,000 subscribers, and then I just kind of blink, and now I got 10,000 subscribers, but it's now like 5 years later.
I will rescind my previous statement if I wouldn't want it.
Oh, you will? Did I change
I
your
will
mind?
only use it for the pause feature. Thank you.
The pause feature.
Listen, if I can shit out an entire video game every day for a month, I'm gonna get famous and rich. I don't care how.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, you just never use the fast forward feature.
You just use pause, you do something you want to do, a passion project, whatever, because everything's paused, but you can still interact with things. That was clearly shown.
Yeah.
True.
So you do what you want to do, passion project, whatever. You go to the hospital, pretend you get hit on the head really hard. You come out speaking Japanese and only Japanese. Screw the English speaker.
Well, my question is, would that end up acting like that? What was that watch movie called, where you end up stopping time with a watch? There's a kids movie.
It was a
Ben
pocket
10?
watch, and they ended up like smashing it.
No, it was like a wristwatch.
Power Rangers?
Hold on, I think I know what you're talking about. I think I might be mixing up things when I say the pocket watch.
Oh wait, I
Tom
think
and
Clock
Huck.
Stoppers. That's what it was.
That's it.
Oh.
Yep.
So would stop pausing time like that be like Clock Stoppers, where you are still advancing in age even though everything else is paused around you? So like you unpause time after doing, let's say, 3 months of work, and you unpause time. Now you're 3 months older than you were when you stopped time.
If that's the case, I still take it and do it.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
There's no, it's not changing it. Yeah, I would get older. Oh no, that would suck. But
Yeah.
I
Well,
still
it's
do
like
it.
at some point it'll catch up with you, where it's like when you're supposed to be 35, you're like 80.
yeah, and I would be a medical marvel, and that would be just more cementing my life into history.
Medical marvel.
Medical
So I'm learning more about Sum here. He just wants to be known for something. I
You
shall be
say
a medical
that.
marvel.
This is like the first time I've ever talked about like getting my name marked down in history.
It's true. It is the first time you're doing that, but you're doing it so much today.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
much
no.
today as we talk about time travel and the effects it can have on history.
Leaving on
I'm
it.
just talking about history.
Yeah. History.
History.
Huh.
Is there anything that you would do if you went back in time to modify your history?
My own.
Yeah.
Both if
of you,
we
but yeah.
assume that it had no unexpected consequences to fix it or like to change it, no.
Okay. So no changes in Zoom's life will ever occur. They'll just go back in time, do nothing, and then come back. Right?
Yeah, I genuinely don't think I would change anything. Yeah, my life isn't like fantastic or anything, but I like where I'm at. I like who I'm with. I like what's going on. Okay, now don't be silent, you freaks. Like, say something.
Oh, I'm typing things. I'm getting things typed up. Okay.
I was doing that on purpose.
I know you were. I figured Rabbit was thinking or doing something. I knew you were just being an ass. It's what you do.
I do it very well. I probably wouldn't take the remote at all. Yeah, I think I value the little things.
We're
be
going
honest.
back to the remote,
Go back
boys.
to the
Yep.
remote.
Yep,
You
I want
said
the
that
remote.
already.
I like the remote. Okay, it's a cool movie. Now after this tonight, I'm gonna watch the movie. It's on what is it, Netflix or something, or Amazon for free? So
I'm
gonna watch it.
probably on Netflix, considering that's where
for the
Sandler's putting all his
20th
stuff.
time, I'm gonna watch it. It's a great movie. Okay,
It's a good
like
movie.
Adam
I watched
Sandler.
it. I need to watch Bedtime Stories if we're talking about Adam Sandler movies.
that's another good
True.
movie. Yeah,
True. I want to just see how bad Pixels actually was.
It was not great.
it was.
I know.
I haven't.
keep
I
hearing that.
actually
Oh, you've
haven't
never
seen
seen
that
it, is what
movie.
you're saying.
Yeah, I want to see how bad it was.
Okay. If you care about retro video games, it was not good. But if you're going into it as an Adam Sandler movie, it's actually pretty good. In all honesty,
But what if I'm
My boy
both?
Peter Dinklage carried the movie.
Peter Dinklage carried nothing because he doesn't have the arm strength for it. Okay.
Wow.
Wow!
Wow.
You hear
Wow.
that, Peter?
Wow.
If you're
Wow.
listening
Wow.
to this
Wow.
right now, I know.
Bro, imagine if he was. He's like, you know what? Get my agent. I'm gonna call these people right now.
That would
Nobody
be
insults a Lannister.
I just want to be clear. Those are the only two things I'm aware of him in, and I really have no opinion on the man. I
Well, what's
enjoy the things I've seen him in, but yeah.
He's a good actor.
Yeah, he's a great actor. But what's funny though is his character is a homage to that guy Billy Mitchell, the legendary cheater of video games or whatever
Yeah.
for Donkey Kong.
I mean,
That's what his character's based off of, which is really really funny.
oh
Oh God,
his character actually named Billy Mitchell?
no, I think it's like an anagram of the name, if I remember correctly, because they couldn't do that because he doesn't.
He didn't
I don't think.
approve or whatever.
Well, yeah, Billy doesn't like people talking about his stuff. He's a very sensitive guy when it comes to his name. I think he's got a lawsuit going on right now because of that very reason. But yeah,
Another loss.
He's a punk.
His name was Eddie Plant.
yeah, there you go.
Anyway,
Oh, yeah.
another good Adam Sandler film at the end of the day. Like, it's not
Yep.
great because it's not great, but it's good because it's good. You know.
I don't know why I haven't seen that movie. I love Adam Sandler's movie. That's
Neither
just
of
the
you-
one movie that I have
It
not
baffles
seen.
me that neither of you have seen it because I've seen it multiple times.
Okay,
right.
so I was working at the movie theater at the time for
Right.
the Pixels when the Pixels movie came out, and I was told that the movie was just bad straight up, and at the time the reviews were just bombing so hard for Pixels. So I was just
Oh,
like,
wow.
you know what? Would it be worth my time going to watch it? Nah. And now I'm thinking, I want to see how bad it actually was because I've listened to a lot of online people and just how dumb that they can be, and just with very little research, but they're very confident in what they say. It's like, sure, I want to see for myself now. Do I think it's good? Do I think it's bad? No idea. So I do kind of want to see Pixels now.
Honestly, I'm going to be honest. I think it probably just got reviewed as poorly as it did because it was a movie about video games. And when it
Yeah.
came out, video games were still looked down upon as a pastime or entertainment media.
Really? I thought they were.
It was when
more
they were
looked
first starting to get looked decently upon. So it was still on the upswing moment of it.
Yeah, true. The really good video game movies didn't come out yet either. Like
Yeah.
Sonic the Hedgehog, Detective Pikachu.
Sonic.
With Ryan Reynolds, by the way.
Yeah, actually, I think those are the only. Is there other video game? Oh,
Mario.
Mario Brothers. Yep.
Mario Brothers.
I was
yeah.
gonna say
Chris
that was
Pratt.
really good.
Yes, the
Who-
Chris
who-
Pratt.
Who no one
Seth
thought
Rogen
was
as
actually
DK.
gonna do good in the movie, and then
Given
after
the
movie came
trailer,
out-
Given the trailer we were given, I
Yeah.
can see why nobody expected him to be decent.
Well, even before that, people didn't expect that, and that trailer just kind of reaffirmed it to them. Mushroom Kingdom, here we come.
And it's much like Sonic with its trailer. Like, the trailer happened, and then everybody was like, "Holy shit, this is atrocious! Fix it!"
And
And
then they did
they did.
so much better
Justice
than
for
like
Ugly
the
Sonic.
Resident Evil or the Doom movies that came out.
Well, to be fair, those were a long time ago comparatively.
Oh, the
Yeah,
Resident Evil
but-
movies were classics, though. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but they had so much material that they had to be able to work with, and it fell flat so hard. And they were entertaining in their own right, but if you're looking at it through the lens of the source material that it was disappointing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they also, if you guys counted, Mortal Kombat movie was a video game movie way back in
Yes.
the early 90s.
Yeah,
Wasn't
the-
there a
the
great
first
recent
one-
one too?
The first
Great
one wasn't
movie.
bad. I will say the first one's not bad. Second one, the Annihilation.
What are you talking about? That was a cinematic masterpiece. Oh my
If
God.
I'm
Great
saying
movie.
that it was
Now-
pretty
now what
rough,
about the one that
I'm
came out in
accepting of
2021?
A lot of movies. If
Are-
I'm
no, not-
saying it's rough.
But what
No,
about
so
Mortal
we're talking-
Kombat 2021, the movie?
That was worse. What?
No, that one was good. That was fun.
What? They butchered Kano. The guy was horrible.
What about the one coming out next year?
That's
That's
the
a
sequel to the one-
continuation.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a continuation.
Yeah,
I thought
come on.
that the 2021 one was really good. They did a lot better, especially with Scorpion and Sub-Zero.
That's all they did. They just focused on their backstory and no one else's.
Yeah,
No one
Well,
cared
they're
about
setting
Liu
up
Kang.
the cinematic universe, my guy.
Oh,
You
my
know?
bad. But the MKCU, my fault.
yeah.
Yeah.
And they're going to introduce
MKCU.
Batman and Superman into it at some point. I mean, they were in
And Iron Man and Doctor Strange and all of them. Yeah.
No. There was actual video games where the DC and Marvel characters were fighting against each other.
Marvel versus DC.
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat versus DC.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Yeah, so the
Interesting.
crossover wouldn't be as absurd, but it would be very out of left field if it happened in the second movie.
I think those old Mortal Kombat movies don't get enough love. They deserve more.
I-
Annihilation was pretty bad. I'll agree with you.
Yeah,
I was
no,
just memeing.
Annihilation was bad, but the first one just held such a special place in my heart when I watched it when I was a kid.
Yeah,
It was
I
just so good.
don't
wanted to
have
be
recent
Kano.
enough memories to remember it very well.
Rabbit, I wanted to be Kano when I got older.
Who?
Kano was the guy with the metal plate
Red
over
eye.
his eye. Yeah, the red eye.
Yeah. It's funny though, because his original character was Chinese, but the guy who played Kano made him Australian for whatever reason, and they rolled along with it because it was good.
And he was just a downright dirtbag, honestly.
Absolutely.
His death was very well deserved. Poetic
He just
justice,
came back.
honestly.
He should have came back into the second one. Hello, baby. Did you miss me? He's like downright my favorite character. Him and Goro. Their
Just time
dynamic was
travel
funny.
him back in, kind of like the Marvel Cinematic Universe did. Everyone came back
Travel
through
back.
time travel.
All right, guys, I got Kano back. He's here. Sonya didn't snap his neck like in the movie. I saved him. Don't worry. That was a massive time dilation or something.
Yeah, right. That's probably why they reset it on 2021 when they released that one.
Right, but that was a reason they didn't make another one after Annihilation for like 20 years.
Well, it was the same
They didn't-
reason why the Mario Brothers movie didn't have a sequel after it was done, because everyone hated it so much in the 90s film or 80s 90s film that Nintendo
that was
was
a
like,
great
oh
movie."
wait, we're getting out of the movie business. Huh.
Yeah.
And then they
Well,
said,
I mean,
we're acquiring our
Yeah.
own studio in the past 2-3 years, and they started working with Illumination, and now they got a good Mario Brothers movie.
well, who the hell wants a live action Mario movie? No one asked for that.
I liked that movie.
I
Oh
did
my
enjoy that
God.
movie. If it wasn't for the fact that it was tied to Super Mario Brothers, I feel like that movie would have been much more well received.
I actually
what?
did like that movie, but I didn't really know about Mario or anything at the time, so that kind of
That
Makes
proves my
sense.
point. That proves my point.
yeah. Like looking back at it now, understanding Mario and everything, that was but I liked that movie.
It sounds
I
like
remember-
I need to actually figure out one final thing before we start wrapping up, because I feel like we're getting to about that time.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, we are.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah. Fuck you,
This
Sue.
might be a little shorter than normal, because I'm pretty sure I've been recording for longer than for shorter. I've been recording for an hour right now, so you know.
Yeah, we both
See, what
started,
am I-
and we didn't really start until we were like 7 minutes into my recording. So yeah,
Yeah.
What do you have right now, Sue?
an hour.
Oh, then yeah, it's about an hour then. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna give you guys a final thoughts on time travel, just in general. Would you or would you not believe or accept that it's a thing? Some.
I mean, as it currently stands, I probably wouldn't believe it, but in the future, I can believe we get somewhere with it, considering the little we already know about a lot of quantum stuff that I don't know enough to talk about.
But would you accept it?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like in the future, yes. Currently, no.
Okay. George.
Listen, Morty, we gotta go time travel, Morty. We gotta go back, Morty. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I accept it. Yeah, I feel like even if it doesn't exist now, it comes out in the future. I feel like there is probably going to be a way to do it, but I would accept it, and I would definitely, want to actually experience. That'd be pretty cool. But the day happens when we finally do figure it out. I'm just gonna have to wait. But yeah,
It's gonna
I agree.
turn out like the sound of thunder.
Sound of thunder.
We send rich people back in time to kill a dinosaur in the same way on loop forever.
What the?
Wow.
Yeah.
That was very dark, and that's how we're gonna end it.
No,
Okay.
no.
All right, this is where it is. I've got to tally the points here. Let's see here. George got a point for Screaming Lady, for
What-
Marvel Timeline, Pipe Dream, Click,
Shout
No
out to
Remote.
Screaming Lady.
Why did he get points for Click? I brought up Click.
So
I
hold
don't
on, you
know.
didn't give me points on the smelly Hawaiian. What the heck?
No, that is what it is. This is all written down right now. So No Remote, Back to Remote Double Down. Billy
Okay, you know what? Yeah,
Mitchell.
no, he can have the click points.
I love the movie. All right, it's an Adam Sandler classic. Leave me alone. Great movie.
Points for Billy Mitchell.
Yeah, buddy.
Morty Laugh and Accept Later. Some got points. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 points.
Did I actually write that down?
He actually broke it down. I'm
Yeah.
scared.
Holy shit! I am
Mine was
scared
just
too.
bullshit, and I'm scared.
Your
Some
CV
got-
made it even funnier.
Yeah, you look very concerned right now. Some, is everything okay?
I don't have any ideas. Help!
Some ended up getting points for Baby Shower Avoiding, Movie
Yeah.
Time, Appending Time, Infinite Bioshock Time, No
Yes!
Note,
Nonsense.
Medical Marvel, Likes Life, Peter Dinklage, or Peter, I guess, and
Peter.
Peter. Now No Except Later. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 points. Oh my god.
How many did George get?
How many did I
9
get?
points. It's currently a tie. No, we can't have this. No, not
everything.
right now. It's too early.
I concede to Sue.
No, we're giving it to George.
Fuck, what?
All right, I got a fair way to handle this. I got a fair way to handle this.
Do not flip a coin.
Here's a handgun. Take 10
I-
paces.
Here's a revolver.
No.
got one bullet in
I've
it.
got a fair way to handle this. All right, George, give a number 1 to 10.
Are you fucking serious right now?
Give a number 1 to 10.
7.
All right, give a number 1 to 10, excluding 7.
Damn it! You thought you saw. Let's go 8 then.
All right. So I did a random number generator out of a number of 1 to 10. The one that was closer is George. You got closer to the
course.
number 2. Congratulations.
Of course.
That's called statistics, baby.
Yeah, statistically, I was losing that because he had a lesser chance. I should have picked 5. I should have picked 5 or something.
You still would have
would've lost.
won.
Yeah.
George, on your winner speech with 10
I feel
points.
like winning is losing in here. To be quite honest. Winning is losing. Don't ever win. Always lose.
Think first, you're last, and honestly, that's better.
Is that your
All right,
loser
Sim.
speech, some?
Yeah, I guess that is.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you all for joining. This has been Infinite Nonsense. I've been joined with Somebody, George 2D. You can find them at their respective channels. You can find me at Rabbit Hat Plays. And until next time, see ya.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.